Welcome back to the Mindset Podcast, brought to you by Martecture. Get into the AI marketing mindset on the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Exactly, real stuff.
So if you're a marketing leader right now, it feels like you're living a double life, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's this constant juggle.
Exactly. You've got the day-to-day, the operations, the metrics you have to hit. But at the same time, you're supposed to be fundamentally rewriting your entire playbook around AI.
And trying to figure out where to even place your biggest bets. That's the really tricky part.
It is. It's the core challenge we're seeing in all the sources.
Right. And that's why, for this deep dive, we've really zeroed in on three critical shifts happening right now. We're looking across creative strategy, attribution, and even the fundamental metrics for success.
To see what industry leaders are actually doing.
Exactly, to see how they're modernizing and engineering measurable growth.
Okay, let's unpack that, starting with the creative challenge. Our first source looks at Cero. They were the first ever Olympic beer sponsor.
And they had a huge problem.
A tiny timeline, wasn't it? Something like 3 weeks for sign-off.
And they were just desperate to avoid getting lost in what they call the sea of sameness of Olympic advertising.
Which is so easy to do.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what's fascinating is how they used AI to, get past all the guesswork and find a really deep human insight.
How did they do that?
They used an AI-powered language tool, combined it with some psychological theory, and basically it decoded why people care. In seconds, it uncovered these three core consumer motives.
Which were?
Esteem, communal achievement, and this is the important one, the deep human need for belonging.
And here's the kicker, right? The AI found the signal, but it was the human strategists who had to find the story.
That's it. The AI gave them the data point on belonging, but the humans added the culture and the context. That's how they landed on the For Every Golden Moment campaign.
That idea of the shared exhale after the win.
You'd never get that from an algorithm. And the takeaway from AB InBev's CMO was crystal clear. AI is a source of information, but it's not a replacement for human intelligence.
Because you risk getting a beautiful story with no soul.
Precisely. You absolutely need that human element.
Okay, so AI can help validate the creative, the heart, but you have to translate that into real dollars, which requires a massive investment in the right tools.
And that brings us to our next source, Alembic, an AI data analytics startup.
The numbers here are pretty staggering. They just raised $145 million.
At a valuation of $645 million. I mean, that's not just a rounding error. That's the market screaming, show me the money.
So what does their software actually do?
It's all about attribution. It's designed to tie all marketing activity, and I mean all of it, way more directly to sales. It conducts billions of AI-driven queries.
So we're not just talking about ad buys.
No, not at all. It could be an ad buy or an unpaid social media mention like they tracked from ours. It connects all those fragmented events to a specific consumer action.
Which fundamentally changes the game, especially for those broader branding goals.
The ones that were always so hard to prove the return on. And it's not just about looking backward. The tool is so valued because it's predictive.
It can run what-if scenarios in real time?
At a massive scale. And I think this shows the market is aggressively rewarding tools that enable system orchestration ones that unlock intelligence across huge data sets so you can actually structure the business around engineered performance.
That's a perfect lead-in to our third big shift, which is all about redefining ROI, especially in B2B.
Yeah, there's a provocative line in this source I loved. Leads are cheap, loyalty isn't.
It's so true. So why are so many marketers still stuck chasing volume metrics?
Well, the data is a mess. It's siloed. The source says only 48% of high-performing marketers are even actively tracking customer lifetime value, or CLV.
And even fewer are happy with their ability to unify all their customer data.
Right. And that is the data gap that AI is uniquely positioned to fill. It powers the whole transition from volume to value.
Okay, so let's break that down. How does it work? The first shift is around pipeline influence.
Right. With AI-powered multi-touch attribution, the AI assigns weighted influence across all the touch points.
So the podcast someone heard, the LinkedIn post they saw?
Exactly. It justifies that upper funnel budget. Second, AI enables retention.
Using predictive analytics to spot churn risk.
Yeah, because over half of customers now just expect companies to anticipate their needs. And finally, you have brand lift.
Which makes sure that awareness initiatives aren't just dismissed as soft marketing.
Correct. AI sentiment analysis turns brand perception into quantifiable insights, linking it to things like deal velocity and win rates. It's all about shifting from campaign measures to customer measures.
So just to recap the big picture,
Yep.
we've seen AI validating deep human creative.
We've seen that massive investment rewarding attribution accuracy.
And this critical pivot from volume metrics to long-term customer value.
It all points to one thing. The future of marketing is about generating smarter revenue. But integrating all of this, the insight, the attribution, the value metrics, it's complex. It really demands a foundation of operational excellence and AI enablement.
That really is the strategic core. So we'll leave you with this final thought. How can you ensure your underlying marketing architecture is truly aligned with your strategic priorities?
That's all the time we have for this deep dive. This episode of the Mindset Podcast was brought to you by Martecture. Get into the AI marketing mindset. On the go. In under 15 minutes, stay ahead with our newsletter and podcast packed with the latest in AI plus marketing. Real research, real case studies, real insights.
Real stuff.
Real stuff.
See you next time.